Hey everyone. Um, I can't, I've been getting, I've gotten this question a few times, and and I figured I should address it. A lot of guys write me and they tell me about their online dating experience. And a theme that I have been seeing in a lot of these letters is these guys, the quant, the experience they've had with women they've met who describe themselves as curvy in their dating profile. Now, if you've watched my other videos about online dating, you will see that I talk a lot about how important it is to be honest in your dating profile. Now, what these guys write to me is that they tell me that these women who've called themselves, who have written that they're curvy in their dating profile, when they've actually met these women in life, they were far from curvy. Now, the definition of curvy that these men have, and I think honestly most men, at least back in the day, had, was an hourglass figure. So a woman with a shape that's like an hourglass. She's got a small waist and larger hips. Maybe a bigger bust, but she has that hourglass figure. So that's what these guys figured that they were going to meet. They were going to meet a woman that was shaped like that. But instead, when they met these women, they were essentially fat. Okay, they were very overweight. You know, so these guys are kind of confused. They're like, curvy to them is the hourglass figure, but it looks like a lot of these women that they've met that said they were curvy on the dating profile turned out to be fat. And to them, that's not curvy. So, I guess they're just curious about that and what's up with that. I think somewhere along the line, in the last few years, political political correctness has really come into play. So instead of calling someone fat or calling someone obese, new words are sort of coming in there to make it sound a little bit better. So curvy doesn't have as much of a negative connotation as the word fat. So as a result, what we're seeing today is the word curvy has now replaced, an individual or, a person who is fat or obese or, quite overweight. So if you're on a dating website and you if you've just joined a dating website, you're the type of guy who enjoys women who do have curves, but you're more along the lines of an hourglass figure as opposed to fat, then if you come across a profile that of a woman who says she is curvy, it's important that you're aware that in today's society, curvy has now sort of become a different word for fat or for bigger, larger, heavier set individual. So there's a very good chance that if her profile says that she's curvy, she's actually, overweight, So that's something that you need to look into. It's one of those dating site, or just in general, it's not just dating sites. You see that a lot of women in life who describe themselves as curvy, and you might look at them and think that they're more on the fat side. So just look out for that if you're on a dating site so that you don't get caught up in that. If you don't want, I mean, if their pictures are not very clear, they don't really show, you're just getting headshots, so you can't really tell if they're heavy or if they truly are your definition of curvy, which is an hourglass figure, then, you might want to either avoid the profile or you might want to actually ask them for another photo, so that you don't waste your time. actually meeting this person in life and seeing that they don't meet your criteria physically. Again, everybody has what they like. Some people like hourglass figures, some people like, heavier figures, some people like, obese, some people like, everybody has what they like. But if you're not into the obese or the heavier or the overweight, and you're thinking curvy, when she says she's curvy, she means she has an hourglass figure, then you obviously have to be careful about that. All right, so that's your answer, guys. Curvy has just replaced fat, in today's society. So that's just what's happened. All right, bye bye.